in this session, we are going to just test ourselves what we have done in past, 9 classes that we have gone through. So we have gone through several lessons, and every lesson was split into some specific topic, right? So if you have not gone through, please open this playlist and start from the first lesson. And if you are already done with few lessons, if you want to just see other lessons, just try to see before you give this test, right? Because these questions are actually from those particular the sessions which I already recorded and given, right? So, okay, if you have already done that, let's start this, right? So I've already written few questions, and these questions are pretty much related to what we have already learned. Okay, so let's start the first one, right? So, okay, so you have to create two variables, okay, which take a input and do addition and subtraction. Very easy, right? So try doing it. You can pause the video and just go and try to code this, okay? And if you have any doubt, I'll just give you some hints also. You can pause it here. I'll give hint. Okay, so in a hint, what you can do is start with creating a simple variable and putting a take the input from the user. Okay, and if you remember how we can take input from the user, we have to use the input function. Okay, and create other variables, right? Other variable which is given here, right? And store the value and then print it. Okay, if you're done, and this if that is a hint, right? If you're done, then okay, let's come to the what is the solution for this one, right? So I'm going to the solution, guys. Okay, if you are not done, just pause it, and then after you complete it, then only go for solution so you can match. Okay, so I have created this, right? So let's say my first variable is a, which is taking an input from the user, right? And why I'm given int here, right? Which is important, which is very important. So I want that this is a number, right? We are taking something in a number. So I'm just giving it, I'm calling it, I'm using this int function. So I'm just converting everything in a integer only. It's a number. Okay. A second similar thing, I have created a b variable and taking the input again I'm taking input from the user. Okay, and then I'm creating add variable which is adding, and sub variable which is subtracting. Okay, then I'm printing it. Okay, and if you see here, what I have done, I have for to print in a better way, I just added a string here, addition between given number and subtraction between given number, and then I'm adding whatever is this variable, right? And I have, if you notice here, I have again converted this to a string because you cannot add two numbers, sorry, one number and a string, right? So again, this string plus this string needs to be added, right? So I'm just converting again in a string. Okay, let's run this. And if you see, it is asking for a number. Let's give 5 and then let's give 1. Okay, so addition for 5 plus 1 is 6 and subtraction between 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question number second. Now in this one, what you have to do is create three variables, or in a simple way, you have to just calculate simple interest, right? Okay, so try it out. You'll hear next thing is a hint. Okay, so now I'm giving you a hint. If you remember that what is the formula of simple interest rate, it's a PRT by 100, right? Principal into rate of interest into time divided by 100, right? This is the formula. So if you remember, you have to, I've just given the create three variables also. So simply create these three variables and store the simple interest into another variable and then print it. As simple as that, right? Okay. Now I'm going to show the what is the solution for this one. If you have not done, just pause it here, go back, try to complete your solution, and then come back to compare. Okay, showing the result now, right? Solution for this one. Okay, let me just go a little bit down. Okay, okay, till here, right? Okay, so I've created P, which is principal. I've given some value, and then I've given rate of interest, given a value, and time, given some value. Simple interest formula is just simply added PRT divided by 100, and then print the SI, simple interest, right? Simple, it is a variable which is doing all this operation, right? So let me just run this, right? I'm getting 40. Okay. You can try changing, like 8.5 is the rate of interest. Then how much it will be? It will 42.5. Let's say let's give something 8. 95, which is pretty much some loans are like that, right? Okay, so I'm getting the value. Okay, but if you see, I'm getting very long this decimal value here, right? So let me give you something extra here, okay? So while you are creating this, right? If you remember that we can use this round function, and what round function does is it try to round up for the given place you will call it, or if you provide. So it takes two argument, guys. First is like what you have to round up, right? And second thing, how much places you want to round up, right? So what I'm rounding up, I'm simply just putting everything which is here, right? And I want to round it for how many places? So comma and how many places? Let's go with two places, right? That it will round up. Okay, close this bracket. Okay, and then let's try to run this. Okay, so I'm getting 44.75. I was getting 44.7499, guys. So it takes care of that. If it is more than 5, right? That mathematical thing that we have learned in schools. So it's also convert if it is greater than 5, it converts. So round functions works very good. You should remember this function. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the third question. What is our third question here is create a function for finding square which takes argument for n. Okay, so simply you have to create a function which gives you value of what is the square of the number, and you know what is square, right? Square is simply like if you want to find the square of 2, it's 2 into 2, which is 4. If it is 3, then 3 into 3. Simply you have to use a number and then multiply with the same number, right? That is a hint also, guys. It's a very easy. Try to do it. Okay. If you have, I'm going to give answer now. If you have not done, just pause it. Okay, and come back when you're done. Okay, I'm going for the answer now. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to define, right? So it's simply define a square is your function which is taking the argument of n, right? N is simply something that you want to find your square, right? What you want to find, right? The square of this. So that is what its argument here, which I am creating, right? And then simply printing n into n. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. It's just a function that you have to create which prints whatever argument you are passing, multiplying with the same. That is what square is, right? If you understand what is square, this is very easy. Okay. Now, if you see, I'm just running that function to print. So I'm running it. So 9 into 9 is 81. It's giving me. Okay, okay, quickly what we will do, we will try to change this for cube. So I'm creating a function called cube, right? And you know what is cube, right? Simply cube, what it does, it takes, square is n into n and cube is n into n into n, 3 times, right? Right, so let's try cube, and what will be the square of, sorry, cube of 3. What will cube of 3, guys? If you remember, it will be 9, 3 into 3 into 3, right? And what is the cube of 9? If you remember, 729 I should get. Sorry, 9 into 9. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm still calling the old function. See, this is a mistake, right? Cube of 9 is 729, guys. Okay, I'm getting 729 now. And I can put this number, see, very huge number also. Let's say I'm going to 89. And it will give me, see, how much calculation it does and gives me. Okay, very easy. Okay, let's go back to the next question that we have. Okay. Okay, create a function which add and subtract between two numbers. Okay, so we did this here in a simple way, just provided an input and we did it right here. Let's create a function which takes this two numbers as an argument and also give you what is the subtraction and subtraction between these two numbers. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you a hint. Okay, simply create these two different variables, right, which save this input, right, and then you print it. It's very easy, guys. It's very easy. There's no required of hint also, just given just so you get an idea of what you have to do. Okay, now I'm going to the solution for this one. So if you're not done, please pause it. Okay, so here is the solution, guys. Okay, so I'm defining a final value name function, right? This is a function which takes two argument a and b. Okay, which takes two argument a and b. Okay, here I created a variable which what is doing the operation, it's doing a plus b and doing a subtraction which is a minus b. Okay, and then I'm printing it. Simple, guys, very simple. And then you finally call that call that function with given inserting that parameters. Okay. Okay, guys. So let me run this one. And if you see, I'm calling 5 plus 3, right? So 5 plus 3 is 8, and 5 minus 3 is 2. Very easy. Okay, we can do in this way also, right? If someone is written in this way, actually that is a much better way to write it, right? So you're saving a couple of lines here, right? So let me print simply a plus b. Also print. We don't need to require here creating any variable, guys. We can directly also do it, right? So if you're written in this way also, it's good that you're able to write something in smaller space, right? The same thing I'm getting. I can simply just print it, or I can store that value if I want to use it further, right? So both ways are good. But this way, if you don't want to, for our solution, right, we just want to print something out of it, right? So it's good that if you have done it this way, so you can get the same output within 3 lines of code. Okay. Okay, let's go to our final question for today, right? And this final question is little bit tricky, okay? But I'll explain you this question, okay? So if you know about what is Fibonacci series, right? What is Fibonacci series? If you don't know, I'll tell you what it is exactly. Okay, so this you create a function, okay, which takes a range that how much series or how much number it has to create, and it creates a Fibonacci series for you. Okay, so this is what you have to write, guys. Okay, if you're confident that you can write it, pause it and go and write. Okay. Okay, for those who require hint on what is Fibonacci series and all, I'll give you. So Fibonacci series is something that is this sequence. This sequence, if you see here, right? This is a Fibonacci series, and how it comes, I'll tell you. So it's like it start with 0. Okay, then what it does, it's 0 1, and then it takes what is the sum of 0 and 1, previous two numbers sum, guys. So 0 1 sum is again 1, right? And now what is the last two numbers sum? 1 plus 1, so it's 2. Okay, now 2 plus 1, the last two number is 2 plus 1, right? So 3. Now 3 plus 2, 5. Now 5 plus 3, 8, and go on, right? So this will go on whatever number you want. So you have to write a function here which you can provide. You can give a range. I'm calling it out also, guys. So you can use a range function also. Give a range that how much is the count that you want to give. Like this can go till infinity, right? This can go till infinity. If you don't provide a range, how much you want to iterate, how much time you want to, try it out and print it, right? So if you don't provide it, it will go to the infinity. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you are try with yourself, okay, I'm going to show the solution now. I'm going to do it in very easy way, guys. So just try to understand this very slowly. If you are stuck somewhere, just try to see that again. I'm just going to give you a clear explanation for this one. I know this is a little complicated, but try it by yourself. If you are stuck, then come back to the solution and see. Okay, I'm going to show this solution now. So here, if you see, I've already written it, right? So what we need here, right, to get this series, what we need, we want to initiate first two numbers at least, right? We want to initiate 0 and 1, which is minimum that I can do, right? To write anything, I should initiate two numbers, right? So that's what I'm doing. First thing, very easily, I'm initiating A with 0, and then I'm initiating B with 1. Okay, now I have initiated these two. Now I have to write something that this is getting added. This is getting added, right? And then this getting added, and this keeps on incrementing also. So I don't want 0 and 1 only to be added again and again, right? It will give me 1 only. So I'm not going to get my Fibonacci series, right? So I have written for loop here, right? And what I'm saying, because I told you, right, I want it to only print me first 10 digits. I don't want to go any further. I don't want to go any further, right? I want to give a range, and I provide only, okay, only for this range only print me all the numbers in the Fibonacci series. First 10 numbers for the Fibonacci series, right? So I'm giving for I in range 0 to 10. Okay, so it will start with 0, first iteration with 0, and then it will go to 10. Okay, now I'm saying just simply print A. Why I'm saying simply print A here, right? Understand this, because I have already initiated. I already initiated 0, right? And what is my first Fibonacci number in the series, right? It's 0, right? It's 0. So that's why I'm calling first thing like, okay, print 0, then we'll go forward, right? Give me this value first. Okay. Now I got already got 0 here. It will print it out, right? It's the first number I got. This one I already got. Okay. This one I already got. Now, if you see next thing, what I'm doing, I have written a simple this addition or simple increment thing right here in single line. I'll tell you why I have written also in the single line, right? So you can also write it in this way. So what I'm saying, what you have to do with A, just assign A equal to B, right? So my A is 0 here, right? So simply what will happen? Let me write here. So it will put a value of A equal to B, right? So now what is the next value? A equal to B, right? So B value of B is 1. So my next value of A is 1. Okay, understood this? Try to understand this clearly, guys. This is very important. So I am simply here saying A equal to B, and this is how you assign value. This is how you assign value to something else, right? So if I'm saying now value of A is changed and it is changed to B, okay? Whatever is value in B, I want it to take in A. So that is how 1 is here in A now, okay? Now what is my B here? I'm explaining, okay, my B is also changing, and now this is A plus B. And my A is 1, my B is, sorry, my A is 0, my B is 1. Okay, this is not yet run, so the value of B is not changed, guys, okay? Till after this is run, then only it will change. After the complete line is executed, then it will change, right? So let's say my value of B is A plus B, which is 0 plus 1. Now the current value is what? 0 plus 1. So now my B value here, just let me write this, is also 1. Okay. Okay, this is still first iteration, right? The first I value 0. Okay. And it printed me only one thing. Till now I have only printed only 0. So this is what my print is. Okay. This is what is getting printed. This is what is getting printed. Okay. And the next thing is like, this is what my value of A. Let me write it also. It will be value of A after every iteration. After every iteration. Okay. Okay, and this is the below one. I'll just simply copy value of B for every iteration. Okay, so you value of okay, B after every iteration, A after every iteration. Okay, so now what happens in the next iteration? Now my value of A is already changed to 1. Okay, so when it will come for the second one, it will come here and print A. Now it will print me 1. So because value of A is not changed, it is, I mean, it changed, and it is changed to value of B, right? Here you already see, right? Value of A is changed here. So now it is printing me 1. Okay, now it will go to the next step, which is here. Now A, value of A is changed to B. Okay, so now value of, what is value of A? It is again 1 only. It is changing to 1. Okay, write it. Okay, what is value of B? Value of B will change to now A plus B. So what is A plus B? A was 1, B was 1. So it is changing to 2. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Okay, so now this is changed. Okay, and what it printed you another one. Okay, now it is going back, and value of 1, already we know that this is the latest value of A and B. Okay, now it is coming again here, and it will print another A, and value of A is not changed, it's still 1. Okay, so it is printing 1. But in the next iteration, what will happen? Now A value is B, so which is 2, and value of 2, sorry, value of B is what? Previous one plus is previous B, which is 3 now, right? So next iteration, what it will print? It is printing simply value of A, right? This is what it's getting printed, guys. Okay, so value of A is always getting printed. So if you see, it is printing 2. Okay, and next iteration, again it will increment. It will print 3, and after that it is simply adding these two guys. If you remember, A plus B, right? And value of A is equal to B here, right? So I'm simply changing value of A, just putting value of B here, and value of B is getting incremented by A plus B. Very simple, guys. Okay, 5, 8. So let me run this so you get this idea. Okay, so I got, if you see here, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. Right, I got 10 places. Still 10 places I got, right? Okay. I hope you understood this, guys. This is very important. And if you have already done without my explanation or without my hint, you totally got it. If not, then try it out again and again. Just try to do few more example. If you need for new example, you can also comment it out. I can try to come up with this kind of sessions, because I know these things help. If you want to learn something, doing actual example actually help better than going to the class, going to the understanding some logic. So if you try to do example, that will help better than going with the class itself, right? So try it out, guys. Okay. Okay, if you've done all without any help, well done, guys. It's you have a clear understanding. You have a better understanding now. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a like button, please. Thank you.